Good afternoon. Today is Saturday, the 14th of November 2021, and it is quite an overcast day today, getting occasional drips of rain now and then kind of thing. It is forecast to get up to 28, and it may do if the northwest wind kicks in and blows some of this away, and which it will eventually, but whether it's today or tomorrow, because we're forecast I think 28 today, 29 tomorrow, 28 on Monday, and I haven't looked beyond there. Anyway, that's not what this is about. So we went away for almost 2 weeks and have come back to the garden having gone ballistic, which is what you expect in September. Goodness me, in November and spring. And so you can see the rose here is looking splendiferous. And so the veggie garden over here, yesterday I dug all of this patch over, and as you can tell the cats from next door have already found it. And I also forked in some blood and bone and some sheep pellets. So that's all ready for planting. There are going to be some tomato plants going there and maybe some lettuce plants or something. There's some veggies anyway, but definitely the tomato plants, because as I'll show you, they are well past needing to be transplanted. And finally, I'm going to put the raised bed in here. So yesterday I dug this out. The stones are, I don't know, 20 mils deep maybe. And that's there not because I don't think it won't drain properly, but just to protect the zinc-alume at the base of the raised bed, so that it's not sitting in dampness all the time. And as you can see from the garden here, the poppies have taken over, and they've taken over everywhere actually, but that's okay. We're quite happy about that. And those ones there are going to be removed because there's a heap of soil underneath there that I need for the raised bed. And look at these lovely yellow ones down here. So, and then there are these some almost double poppies. So there are red ones and crimson ones and yellow ones, and orangey coloured ones and pink ones, and they're all looking rather lovely, and the bumblebees are very happy. And just to give you a close-up of the rose, which is looking lovely, and the bees are saying yay. They're particularly enjoying it today with it being a little bit damp, but as you can see, a lot of the flowers, there's a serious deadheading job here, which I'll get to, but probably not today. And more poppies down here, and the aqualegias are up everywhere, aka greens bonnets, and bumblebees, and Chatham forget-me-nots. These things are a pain to walk next to because they've got little seeds that hook onto your socks. And over here, as you can see, there's one of the cats from next door, happily ensconced down here and hoping that I'm not going to disturb her, which I won't today. This morning I started to assemble the raised bed that's going next door. So this is what they're called, and that's what they'll look like. And the one that I'm building is this one here. So it's 2.1 long, 1.1 wide, and it is 0.74 or 740 millimeters or 74 centimeters high, which, if I do that in imperial, is going to be about 2'6". 300 millimeters to a foot, so you work it out. So I have assembled one half, and I'll actually, this is pretty simple, but I will video some of that just so you can see, and there are a gazillion screws involved. And these rods, so there are 4 of this piece of rod with a joiner that goes in the middle, and those go, so basically they go at this point. So if you think about the fact that this will be twice as long, and they're in there to stop the walls from being spread by the soil and whatever that you put in it. And our potatoes, these ones are looking great, flowering. These are the non-early ones, supposedly, or at least not as early as these ones. Now what happened here was the vegetation all rocketed away, and then while we were away there was some fairly severe rain and wind, and I'm not sure if these potatoes have already flowered or what. So later in the week I will, well, next week, today being Saturday, I will actually have a bit of a dig in one of these and just see where they're up to. But as you can see around here, the roses are looking splendid. Look at that. And that actually has a really nice scent as well. Absolutely gorgeous. And the whole garden is looking fantastic at the moment. If I pull back a bit here, you can see up there it's just a mass of flowers. Some of the beetroot shot away a bit while we were away. Not sure what will go, and Kathy intentionally left this, I'm not sure whether that's rocket or if it's not rocket, it's the one that I can never think of. It's not silver beet anyway. So as you can see, it's it has grown triffid like while we've been away. These strawberries are coming along, and here are all the tomato plants that, as you can see, they have just grown hugely in the 12 days we were away. Some of them are going to go in here, and some of them are on the other side. And Kathy and I both like this orange poppy as well. It's just a beautiful burst of colour. And there are more up there. So there you go, you can see the red one there, and then the orange one there, and the rose up the top there is also looking splendid. The Manuka has still got lots of flowers on it, but it's kind of past that first flush like roses do, but it'll keep going for a while. And then the peony poppies. Peony poppies of course don't like rain particularly, but this one's holding up for now. We are going to try and get, there's a crimson coloured peony poppy and also a white one, and we saw them at a place down at Mary Doyle yesterday, and so Kathy and I will go and visit them at some point after they've seeded and see if we can get some seeds. Now the strawberries have really shot away. I took the first one down to Mum, which she thoroughly enjoyed, and then I picked another one this morning that Kathy and I shared. Well, when I say shared, she had a little bit of it, I had most of it at her insistence. So that's where we're up to, but I need to get on and get this raised bed put together. Oh, just before I do that, I'll go up here. The earthworks have been huge while we've been away next door. The earthworks next door have been huge while we've been away. So this I think is about finish level for the tennis court. but there's still a fair bit to do obviously. And down here my parsnips are coming along and the carrots are struggling under the borage, so I need to prune some of that back. And all of those self-seeded poppies are now coming to fruition as well. So this is going to be a massive pink flowers very soon. And as you can see, there are more of the other poppies up here. So that's it for now. I will now get on with assembling the raised bed. See you soon. Now that I have the thing more or less bolted together, before I put all of the screws in down this side, I've put the bars that go through the middle in first. Now, the main reason for that is because the holes that the bolts and nuts go through, screws and nuts if you like, are quite a bit larger than what they need to be for the screws and nuts. And that's just because it's easier obviously to get things aligned, but they are a tight fit for these bars. So if I don't put the bars in first, there's a chance that it's actually going to be a bit difficult to put them in once I've put all the other bolts in. So that's why I've done the bars first, and now I'll go and put the rest of the screws and nuts into the rest of it, and then I'll go around with the rattle gun and just tighten them all up. Because I don't have orangutan arms, I couldn't reach the bottom screws. Why are there screws left over? Because I think they use the same screw pack for a number of different packs. configurations, if you like. That's right, I don't mind a few extra screws and bolts. Bolts and nuts, sorry. And you can see with me standing up why I left the plastic coating on. Now, this is what goes around the edge. But first I need to pull the plastic back. So that is now all assembled, and I will probably engage Kathy to come and help me to carry it over to where it needs to go, and then we'll show some of the stuff after that. Well, here we are. It is almost 8 PM in the evening. It's still somewhere over 26 degrees Celsius. Beautiful evening. You can, a little bit of cloud, but it's been a bit of a scorcher today. Up over 28 degrees and humid, but next couple of days the humidity will go out of it, which is nice. So productivity today is we do have the raised bed in place, and I had some old Aussie hardwood railway sleepers that I needed to dispose of in some way, so I've put them in the bottom. They'll still be rotting away after we're long gone, but that's okay, it doesn't matter. And we have planted 9 tomato plants in here. I've put these posts in because I will put a framework up over the top to hang the tomatoes from. The stakes are just there as an interim measure. And I've gone beyond what I've got boards around at the moment, because I will extend this garden further down there once I've moved that soil. So it's been a good day, been a productive day, and don't know that I'll do much tomorrow being Sunday, but we'll get back to it on Monday maybe, we'll see. Beautiful light just at this point as the sun is going down behind me, shining on the trees. You can see over by the shed there that the shadow is being cast, and there's a rainbow in the distance, and you can see the light going across the hills, which throws the hills into a very pleasant relief. Yeah, a lovely evening. So goodbye for today, and we'll catch up sometime.